Okay, we're going to solve equations where we see a variable, usually x, on both sides. Now, have a look at the first equation and you will see there's a 6x there and there's a 4x on the right hand side as well. And so what you need to do is to isolate x by itself on the left hand side. So that's good. You want that one there, but you don't want that one there on the right hand side. So we need to undo by adding or subtracting any terms with x on it on the right hand side. So we don't want 4x on that side, so we're going to take it off. But we also remember we have to take it off that side as well. So write down the other terms because we haven't changed them, but let's do these calculations. 6x take away 4x is 2x. Now I've got my plus 1 there equals 4x take away 4x disappears, but we've still got 13. Now that looks familiar, and so now you just solve it as usual. Okay, so take 1 off both sides. 2x equals 12. Divide both sides by 2. So x equals 6. And try the next one by pausing the video and then check your answer. Okay, we're going to take 5x off that side and we're going to take it off that side as well. And we're left with 4x. Take away 3 equals, goes out, negative 15. Okay, solve as usual, add 3 to both sides. 4x equals minus 15 plus 3 is minus 12. And now divide both sides by 4. So x equals negative 3. And we have our solution. So this is kind of a three-step equation. Okay, try the next one. I want to put that on the other side or remove it from the right hand side. Whoops, and that's a 3. I can add 3x to both sides, so I have to add it to this side as well. Okay, for my first step, 4x plus 3x is 7x. I've still got my plus 1, I'm just going to write that down, equals, that goes out, and I've got negative 6 there. Make sure you put the negative in front of it. Okay, I'm now going to undo the adding one by subtracting 1 from both sides. 7x equals negative 7. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 7. Goes out, x equals, now I've got a negative and a positive, and so we end up with a negative 1. Right. Next one. I want to subtract 5x from both sides. I've still got my 7, so I'll write that down. Minus x minus another 5x is minus 6x equals 5x take away 5x is just 0. And I want to undo my, now if there's no sign there, it's a plus. So I'm going to take 7 off both sides. Negative 6x equals negative 7. Divide both sides by negative 6. And we get x equals 2 negatives make a positive, and it's 7 over 6, or you can say it is 1 and 1/6. Great. Now, equations with brackets. The rule here is to expand first and then solve as usual. How do I expand? Multiply everything in the bracket by what's outside the bracket. So 2x plus 2 times 3 is 6 equals 12. If you've forgotten that, go and revise the expanding brackets lesson. This looks familiar. Take 6 off both sides. 2x equals, that goes out, 6. Divide by 2. X is equal to 3. Good. Okay, the next one. We've got the 1 there, so just leave it there. We're only going to expand this bracket first. Plus 2x plus 2 times 3 is 6 equals 7. Now you want to gather like terms if they're there on one of the sides. So I'll write that as 2x plus 7 equals 7. Now I'm going to subtract 7 off both sides. 2x equals 0, and if we get an answer like that, x is, if you divide both sides by 2, if you've got 0, you've still got 0 when you divide it by 2. And so the answer is 0. So you can get fraction answers, you can get 0 as an answer, you can get negative answers. Okay, equations linking fractions. Now, if you have a fraction on both sides of the equal sign, they can often be solved by cross multiplying. This means we multiply diagonally and leave the equal sign in the middle. So multiply the one with the x first. So we're going to multiply diagonally across. X times 2 is 2x equals 4 times 9, which is 2x equals 4 9s are 36. Divide each side by 2. X equals 36 divided by 2 is 18. Okay, so in this one we just have a whole number on the right hand side, but I can rewrite that as x minus 3 over 4 equals 5 over 1. So any whole number can be written over 1. Okay, use your cross multiply rule. X minus 3 times 1, which just gives us x minus 3, equals 4 times 5. Write it out in full. X minus 3 equals 20. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. X equals 23. And see if you can do the last one. Keep the same rule. Write your 7 as 7 over 1. 4x plus 7 over 5 equals 7 over 1. I'm just going to rewrite it like that. Fraction on both sides of the equal sign, so cross multiply. 4x plus 7 times 1 is just 4x plus 7 equals, cross multiply, 5 7s are 35. Take 7 off both sides. 4x equals 28. And now I'm going to divide by 4. And we get x equals, that goes out, 28 divided by 4 is 7. Done. Fantastic.